Doom 2016 is a game that I never thought we would receive. It pays homage to the legendary games that came before it, whilst expanding the game mechanics and the way in which a Doom story is told, such that it feels at home with other modern games. The opening moments of Doom are badass. Just watch.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resop satellite is brought back online.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
Not only is this an awesome introduction to the game, it serves as a taste of what is to come. Yes, there is story, but it knows what its audience wants, and it's to kick some ass. And boy, will you kick some ass. Using a mostly classic arsenal that has been reimagined, you will take down fan-favourite foes from the past which have received likewise treatment. It is awesome seeing some of the most iconic enemies in all of gaming with the 2016 coat of paint. You can tell from their designs that the people working on the game cared so much about the originals that they wanted to do them justice, and they have. From the look of each to the combat approach, each is unique and feel true to the original design. Pinky charges at you on sight with reckless abandon, allowing swift movement to be its downfall. To the slow and stammering Mancubus that keeps its distance and launches powerful attacks to keep you at bay. The first time you encounter a demon, a short cutscene is played that is almost a vignette and gets the blood racing. Pinky charges at you, whilst the Cyber Demon kills weaker demons, showing the Hellspawn's hierarchy. Each brought a rush of nostalgia, and I could not wait to encounter the next demon. What's a Doom game without a large array of weapons and copious amounts of ammo to slay those demons? Nothing. Some of the weapons have been revised, such as the pistol being laserized. Sure, why not, we'll go with that. To the chain gun requiring spin up before firing at a ridiculous speed. There are also some new weapons, each fulfilling a purpose, like the heavy assault rifle, which is effective at medium to long range, and the Gauss cannon, essentially being a sniper rifle. The remaining arsenal comprises of many returning weapons such as the super shotgun or BFG, all of which are carried at once. These weapons are so satisfying. From the look and tour around a gun the first time you retrieve a new toy, to the sound of them firing and the carnage they cause. Not only are they aesthetically pleasing, but they feel equally as visceral. The enemy animation as you feel them with bullets is outstanding. The guns feel weighty, damaging, and like they belong in a world where going to hell is a viable option. The first time you annihilate an imp with a super shotgun feels as impactful now as it did in the early 90s. These weapons all have their own niche, and it may be the best arsenal ever in video games. Just check out the chainsaw. Id could have left it at that when it comes to weapons, but each have two attachments that have their own progression system. For example, the plasma rifle has a projectile that can shock enemies in place for a period of time, or shotgun that can fire multiple shots back to back. Acting almost as a loadout for a character, I often combined attachments based on the environment or enemies I was facing. I'd have the plasma rifle freeze enemies in place to either get close or gain separation as needed. The scope could be equipped on the heavy assault rifle to use once I'd gained separation, or burst fire on the shotgun if I wanted a close encounter. Each attachment can be changed on the fly if the situation changes, or if the current set of equipment doesn't quite feel right. The best part is, it does not slow down the drag race speed of combat. With a touch of a button, the animation kicks in and the attachment is changed. No menus necessary. The attachments add another layer to an already delicious combat cake. As with Doom 1 and 2, a fast-paced run-and-gun style of combat is not only emphasized, it is encouraged. From maneuverability such as mantling to double jumping, Doom nudges you to play at a breakneck speed. This pace I thought could be an issue with the main new mechanic, glory kills. Once you have weakened an enemy enough, they enter a staggered state and flash orange. If you melee an enemy whilst in this state, you perform a gory one-hit kill. Although seemingly a cheap trick at first glance, glory kills become a vital action as performing one showers health or ammo for the player to collect. Honestly, the first few times I saw the glory kills, I was a little kid in a blood-filled candy shop, admiring each movement in the animation and imagining what was around the corner. I did think that the glory kills could eventually get old, just mutilating demons. To the game's credit, although they eventually lost some of their luster, they never felt stale. This is in part to targeting a specific limb initiates a different animation, partly that when being mobbed by demons you can regain precious resources, and partly because it is just fun. Glory kills never slow the player too much such that the momentum is lost. Another new recurring set piece are gore nests. Gore nests restrict progress in parts of levels, until the nests are triggered and the demonic presence is cleared. As these gore nests are manually triggered, the area can be scoped out beforehand to determine loops or pathways that provide quick escape routes depending on what demons you expect to encounter. These are particularly entertaining speed bumps as they add puzzle elements to combat when they could easily feel like gameplay padding.
Authorization: Olivia Pierce, Alpha 402.
She has locked me out, Dr. Hayden.
All power rerouted to Argent Energy Tower.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
You could not have saved them anyway.
For what little direct story the game has, it is quite good. Story moments offer a nice reprieve to the hellacious gameplay and are interesting enough to keep the players invested, even if the majority of these moments are exposition or directing a player to go from A and accomplish B. There are a few exceptions, such as a humorous line thrown in here or there, and that eases attention.
But it has been decided that we can use that power to send you to the source of the portal. I will not survive the procedure and am unable to self-terminate, so I will walk you through the process.
To the game's credit, it never tries to be something that, frankly, Doom fans don't want. The Doom Slayer doesn't have any character development in terms of personality or motivation. The game never wastes time delving into backstory or lore. That's not to say it's not there. If you seek it, there are a bunch of collectibles and data logs that flesh out the environment, enemies, and NPCs, but lets the player decide how much of this they want to experience, and I appreciate the choice. For completionists, there are secrets and classic Doom levels to be found, as well as rune challenges. Rune challenges are side missions that offer a little variety by completing an objective in a specific amount of time. They can be combat related or otherwise, such as an obstacle course. The rune challenges are incentivized to be completed as they provide additional customization options such as demons being staggered for longer or mantling quicker. The side activities, exploration and story never overstay its welcome and provide a palate cleanser to the core gameplay loop, which is Doom's shining quality. Rarely have I finished a single player game and wanted to jump straight back in for another playthrough, but Doom is an exception. This is purely due to the well-designed gameplay that provides so much enjoyment and relief when completing a hard section that it's hard not to want to come back. Accompanied by splendid graphics and one of the best soundtracks in all of gaming, the campaign exceeds Doom's lofty expectations. If, for whatever reason, another round trip is not what you're looking for, there is arcade mode. Arcade mode is what it sounds like, a quick jump in, try and achieve a high score game mode that rewards you for playing quick and recklessly. To obtain a high score, you constantly kill demons to maintain a multiplier whilst completing the level. Performing specific kill actions are also rewarded with a bonus, and items can be found to bolster your score and attempt to make the top of the leaderboard. Arcade mode is particularly suited for Doom. It supports all campaign levels, offering replay value and more than a fun distraction that can really capture a player's competitive spirit. In true Doom fashion, there is also a multiplayer suite that includes the stereotypical options of customization, match types, and progression that you'd expect in a modern release. There are, however, a handful of novel ideas such as power-ups and demons that add a little spice. The issue with the power-ups are they're just not that fun to play against. No one really wants an overpowered character, even for the odd chance that you can play as a cool demon. The greater issue with multiplayer is the game is going on 2 years old. At this stage, it's hard to find a match. There are bots that provide cannon fodder, but none of the progression elements count, and the game modes are limited to deathmatch and team deathmatch. Playing against bots quickly wears thin, even if the maps are generally well constructed and look the part. The third and final part of the package is SnapMap. SnapMap is a creation tool that allows players to create, share, and play other users' designs. Think Little Big Planet or Mario Maker with a significantly more violent tone. Creating your own maps is more difficult than the other creationist games, but is not overwhelming. There are tutorials to assist you and an extensive wiki, but making maps was not my forte. In terms of playing other levels, the navigation and discovery is quite easy. Sorted via type or popularity, it is easy to jump in and out of these, experiences. I say experiences because what people have designed is all over the place, from challenging to weird, multiplayer maps to classic levels from the original games and everything in between. It is interesting to see how players have used an expansive tool in order to create some truly wonderful levels. Once you have played the cream of the crop, you likely won't come back at this stage in Doom's life. Doom is a return to form for the once classic franchise. Even 2 years on, Doom offers a fantastic campaign that any FPS lover should definitely play.
But you've returned, the only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions. So there may be a way.